Hi, Dystinct Magazine readers. I'm Max Strebel, and I'm Dystinct. I just want to start this by saying I have dyslexia. I have always had dyslexia, and reading in particular takes me a really, really long time. About 3 times as long as the quote-unquote average person. And it still takes me that long. As an adult, it's still very, very hard for me. But that being said, I want to let you know how happy I am with my life and how, even though reading is really hard for me, that has not gotten in the way of me having an amazing career that I'm super, super proud of, and and just feeling confident and good about myself, and it hasn't gotten in the way of my relationships with my employers, so I just want to tell you that even if you're struggling, especially in school where it is very hard, because we do have a lot of reading, we do have a lot of writing, we have to engage in these things that are very challenging for us, that has nothing to do with your ability, that doesn't have anything to do with how smart you are. Your being dyslexic is something that I genuinely am proud of, and I think you should be proud of too. Having dyslexia has made me have to think about the world in a different way, which is great. It's actually a skill that if you don't have dyslexia, maybe you don't learn as readily. And so I really feel like it's even though it's really, really hard and it's really, really challenging, the skills that we learn as dyslexic people actually make us more unique, more and more equipped to handling difficulties. We're used to having challenges in school. We're used to feeling like there's no way I could possibly do all of this. And yet we do finish it, we do get it done. And so we're used to that. So when a challenge occurs, I feel like I am ready to take on that challenge where someone else might give up. So I really want to impart on you not to give up, not to allow the challenges to overwhelm you, and instead to think differently. Okay, how can I accomplish this goal in a different way maybe than what is being expected of me? How can I think creatively to deliver something that no one else would think of? And that's going to make you special, that's going to make you stand out. And that's why I think having dyslexia is really a blessing. I feel like I'm proud to stand out and be different, and that is memorable. People like that. That's something that is actually that you should be really proud of, for being unique, for thinking differently, for having a different approach. So I know it's really hard. School is super, super hard to get through with dyslexia, but that doesn't mean that you're stupid. That doesn't mean that you are any less equipped to be really, really successful in your life. So just remember that there are many, many different ways to be successful, and reading and writing is just one of them. And that's great. Some people can really succeed at that. But maybe you can succeed in art, or maybe math is easier for you, or maybe you're really good at talking to your friends about what they're going through and helping them through difficult times, or maybe you're really good at music, or there's so many things that you can be good at, and I really would encourage you to focus on those things and remind yourself that everyone learns differently, and you learn differently, like everyone, and find your strengths and and work to those and communicate that to your teachers and the people who you're surrounded with, so that they know what you're good at, what comes easily to you, and what's maybe a little more challenging, so that they can cut you a little slack in that department. I also, yes, want to talk to you about if you're interested in filmmaking. I got really interested in filmmaking through animation. It is, for me, it was a great way to express myself, since reading and writing was challenging for me. I talked to my teachers about if I could express myself using film instead. And so that was a really rewarding way for me to feel accomplished and to feel like my work had real value. I loved making films, and just little films on my kitchen table with my, you can do it with your phone or with your friends. And I realized I really liked making movies. People liked watching them. I learned a lot about whatever I was making the movie about. My teachers were really excited about it. So it sort of was just a win-win for me, and it felt really like a great, like I had just sort of found the medium that was the right medium for me to express myself, rather than continuing to express myself in a medium that was not the easiest for me to express myself in. So if you're interested in film, I would say, just start playing around. Everyone has a phone these days, or access to a phone, and yeah, don't be shy. Go out, tell the stories that you want to tell, and tell the stories about. I think my main thing that I would encourage is for you to tell your own stories. Think about your own life, the characters in your life, the people in your life, the scenarios that you get into. Don't just try to copy, Hollywood films. That's what Hollywood is there for. What do you have to say? What's your voice? And is it funny? Is it dramatic? Is it sad? Are you going through a hard time? How do you express yourself? But make sure that you're expressing yourself and not someone else. Don't try to copy other people's voices. Find your own, because that will be the most authentic and the most real, and will, again, attract people to your individuality and your what makes you special and unique. So that's what I would say if you're interested in filmmaking. Don't give up, even if school's hard. I know you can get through it. Keep on keeping on, and the world will open up the older that you get, and get easier the more the more independence that you get, and the more choice that you have in your life. So as a kid, you have to go through school, which is also really good for you, but just know that it does get easier. It's not like this your whole life through. You're not going to be struggling the way that you are now necessarily. That once you learn and once you grow, things do get easier. So I believe in you. All right, great. Thank you for having me here, and yeah, I hope this helps. Bye.